This is a Frank podcast.
This Warriors Live podcast 2025, episode 41. We're live, Will and Brad. Teamless Tuesday again. Last one of the regular season. Guaranteed to be at least one more, though, Brad. We're in the finals. It's still exciting. We've dropped down the ladder, mate, but we're still in the mix, still alive. So, and we're only recently back from our Auckland jaunt together, separate but together. It's good to see you up there, buddy.
Yeah, no, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah, like you were caught up with mates. We caught up at the game, hung out a bit in Auks, just soaked up the atmosphere and weren't disappointed with the whole occasion, were we? Like forgetting the game at the moment and talking about what the whole setup and the evening, pretty shithouse evening weather-wise, but still everyone in my family enjoyed every minute of it. So, yeah, an absolute success.
Yeah, awesome. So, the only time I've been to Mount Smart since round 1, 2019 was in the King's Container Crew in the TAB lounge. Same with you last year. So, stands was a good experience. Good opportunity to thank King's Container Crew, our chief sponsor, the best container crew outfit on the planet throughout Australia and New Zealand. Head to kingscontainercrew.com for your container packing and unpacking solutions and to work with us tab to get a job with those legends. What else we got? Frank Podcast and TAB as well. Proud supporters of what we do, Brad. And yeah, we had a good time up there. Tell you who else are supporters of us. Some of the great folk that bailed us up at the game.
Yes.
Bump nice into two.
It was all good bastards too. Not one dud amongst them, which is always nice to know.
Shit, no. Isn't it? Yeah, I think I've got all the names here, and apologies anyone if I've duffed your name here, but got bailed up by Joseph Payne. I'm pretty sure the fella's name was at Lily World, and after the game, he found you, Brad.
He did.
Wonderful fella. Brad Inger from Inger's League Wrap Up and the podcast on New Zealand Sports Radio. Was good to see him. Simon Bucknell, what a great dude. He's a bloody legend, that guy. Finally, belatedly caught up with him. Had a great time getting to know him. And I think the last guy, we saw Mike Harrison again. Give me some carry
Mike pesting around. Yeah. Pockets full of bacon.
Winding people up. And I think Luke Judge, if I'm not mistaken, was the other one to spot us, recognise our mugs off the old screen. So good times. Thanks everyone for your kind words and coming and say good day.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it was bloody good. All in all, apart from it, didn't it piss down in Lilyworld there? That happily I was under a tree. She fierce snotted down for a good 10 minutes. I thought, here we go. We were going to buy ponchos too. So me and the family actually done a lap of the stadium trying to buy a poncho as we were going in, to no avail. But it was great night. What did you were in there? You come in quite hot too, didn't you? You were tapped a couple into you by the time you got to the game. I was a little bit jealous of how you were sort of
because we had punched a few together in CBD during the afternoon, but you sort of eased off a bit. I had another couple at the Airbnb, so we were all fired up. But Lilywood was good times. Got a couple of trays at the game. You had a few ciders.
I had a few ciders. I even had a pink gin that Trace didn't want, so I indulged in a little pink gin as well. But what about the game?
Tough one. Tough one. It was, I was pretty salty there for parts of it.
You were starting to turn. You turn. You can see it in your face sometimes. It's like he's starting to turn over there, like Hulk smash all of a sudden. But that little injection of excitement, even though we didn't come away with the chocolates in the end. Geez, it was an exciting little run home, being in the stands there, the noise, the atmosphere, the crowd started coming into it, which weren't really into it, especially with that start of Addo Carr just pissing on our fire straight away.
I know.
That just took the wind out of the crowd for a good 50 minutes, I reckon. It was tough watching, but to run home and the crowd around us, we had a good crew of lads around us of all varying ages, shapes, and sizes, and everyone was just into it. Yeah, such a high vibe atmosphere, that joint. It's it's really impressive.
Pretty awesome.
Mitters is highly impressed with it.
Yeah. We're pretty close to the action. Didn't get rained on miraculously, so that was good. I thought it was kind of summed up the real Warriors experience. Going with high excitement, high expectations, get a bit let down, but despondent, then extreme excitement and hope and exhilaration until just falling short at the end and feeling hopeful, slightly hollow, but overall, you still love it.
It was still overall it was an event, wasn't it? It had a bit of everything, like sitting there live at home. I don't know how well I would have taken it if I was one of the normal weekends. I'm sitting on my couch watching that, and then for it to end like that, I reckon I'd be a whole lot more upset about the situation. But it was quite the roller coaster. Geez, Tamati Martin's even hotter in person, isn't he?
Good looking man.
And him getting up and down the sideline. I said it to you, and I heard this one the other week. I said, if I ever caught Tamati in bed with my missus, I wouldn't know what side of the bed to jump in, I reckon. Good looking kid.
Yeah. We may as well touch on the controversial moment at the end, Brad. We were hugging in the stands. It was a great moment. Adam Pompey with the leveling try under the posts, only to have it taken off us by the bunker, and we couldn't quite see what was really going on from our vantage point. But what'd you make of it? What would you make of it when you had the chance to review the footage?
Yeah, I don't know. I sort of think of it. Yes, they didn't have. It wasn't beyond reasonable doubt and all of that jazz. But at the end of the day, probably did knock it on. That's my general feeling about it. Like a knock on. Everyone knows a rugby league knock on is the most minutes. It's almost getting like touch rugby. If you drop it, it's a knock on. It's a hard one. A knock on is pretty tight. They treat it pretty tight in league. So I think it is a knock on. He said he touched it, all that, and we're just whinging that they didn't call it the right way. You know what I mean? In terms of
totally.
Reasonable doubt.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I guess you just want to see consistency, and a lot of the time you wouldn't like if that happened in general play. I don't think they overturn it. I think they just go, keep your challenge, but not enough to categorically say knock it on.
Pompey
sort of
probably
had his
almost
hand
better
pointing.
taking the tackle.
Just
take the tackle. And then...
But you go, I don't know. He's facing back towards his own goal line. His hands facing back that way. I mean, fuck. Can you really take it off us? You'd be pissed, but then you'd be pissed off if you lost the game as well, and that gets awarded. Parramatta do the same at the other end, and we lose it on that. Would be saying, "I fucking touched it."
Yeah. The other thing too that though is they shouldn't have got 2 or 3 of those tries, or at least 2 of those tries they got on that night. The way they cut through us, the first Addo Carr try, we gave them too many points anyway. Like everyone's been saying, we should not have been in that position from the outset of having a cry over a knock on in the 78th minute.
Yeah.
That's probably more what I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely. There's no way we should have been 20-4 down. Those 2 tries just from, because we couldn't defend our own attacking kicks. Just crazy. Really weak one-on-one misses. Obviously the one on, was it Dury that scored in the first half, just strolled straight through Wade.
That
just
was
a misread for Tuolangi to go through and then just not wrapping up Paulo, and he sends Ziongi away with an offload. So otherwise, we dominated all the stat lines, dominated possession, 54%, dominated meterage, tackle breaks, line breaks, just about everything, penalties and set restarts. The only place the Eels had us was their completions, which were outstanding, 34 or 37. I thought they were actually great on the night, disciplined for a team with. We looked at their forward pack last week and it looks pretty patched together, but they held their own and they just dug in, took their chances, and they showed exactly what we're missing. You know, guys like Moses, Adokar, Iongi is a great talent, and we just don't have enough of those X factor types.
Thing about Moses and that forward pack don't have to get the extra 15 meters up the field that we do with our kicking game. How sweet does Moses kick a ball, man? We commented about it while we were there. He can kick it 15 meters further. So the forward pack doesn't have to go as far down the field because he can just kick them out of trouble every time. It's crazy. What were you having
I'm just gonna. This is I see you. I don't know if this was our mate from Magic Round, Brad, but yeah, be pleased to hear that his new workmate asked him if anyone said he looked like Adrian Pimento from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's what I told him on Magic Round night. It's our buddy from Broome.
Oh, is that who I see you? Oh, I didn't realise that was
him. Oh, mate.
Sorry, inside joke. The rest of you just sit quietly while we just talk to ICU for a sec, please. We're just going to hang with this bro. Out of Pimento. He's one of my favourite characters on any TV show, that Pimento. But awesome. Anyway, Jesus, Moses can kick a ball. Yeah.
Clumps it. Pugsy Bojangles is... Yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought Boyd kicked pretty well, but Moses just on another level. Pugsy Bojangles has said, guys, what's your thoughts on the abysmal home record at Go Media this year? Not much of a fortress. It was the same last year. Lost more than half our games, and it's going that way again. We've won 2 of our last 7, and it's becoming crucial. Sell it out, but just can't get the wins. And some of those losses, you know, Parramatta, Penrith without their origin players, Gold Coast, they're games that they started pretty warm favourites in. Pretty disappointing to lose so many of those, and I don't know what it is, but a couple of years now and results at Mount Smart thoroughly underwhelming. Not such a good sign ahead of a likely home elimination final against either the Panthers or the Roosters.
Yeah. Well, will at least be a day game at that elimination final if that's where we end up come the end of season.
My thoughts are that it would likely, it will either be, I think, the early game on Saturday or the Sunday afternoon game. It's not going to be the Friday night game or the late one on Saturday.
Nice. I think that's a tough place to play footy, isn't it? On a dour old winter's night. Although we should have better chance of beating them. Yeah, the other team's got to play in those conditions. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Did we ever get to the bottom of kicking off direction we kick off in the first half? Remember that was a bit of a
Well, they did. Yeah, we haven't. That was sort of last season, wasn't it? I did the stats and it was overwhelming. I haven't carried on with that. Maybe we need to dig into that.
Maybe they're kicking off from the wrong end at the start of the game again. Jesus. You can tell why Webster tells them not to contest and kicks. He's obviously been coached. Usually it just goes up and they just stand there and wait for them to catch it because they can't be trusted when they frigging contest for it because they nearly get something and then just give up points from it straight away. They can't defend if they contest.
Yeah,
Jesus, that was shit. How's that? That was right in front of us. That first play of the game.
Yeah,
what was it? 4 minutes in.
Rocco almost scores, and you're like, Adokar's beaten you quarter. Fuck it, he's run past Dallin. He's running the length, isn't he?
This is happening. This is really happening.
We just got at each other and like,
yeah. Still had a wet ass from sitting on the damp seat. Didn't even have time to dry our fucking seat. And Adokar's going away in his 200th game, was it? 200th game?
Yeah.
First try scorer, Adokar. That would have been all right money.
12 from 14 games against us in his career. Yeah. And we've just sort of temporarily halted that bogey against the Titans. We've definitely got a new one with the Eels now. 6 of 7. This is a team that's missed the finals 3 straight years. So, annoying, frustrating. 2 years in a row, we obviously lost that late season game with a final spot. Sort of was kind of, the end of our season, end of our final hopes. We didn't beat them last season and got pumped and lost again. Apologies for my nasally voice, by the way, listeners. I'm a bit under the weather since I returned from stormy
travel
Auckland.
fatigue. Bit of travel fatigue.
Bit of travel
It's like
fatigue.
you've been to
maybe,
bloody Paris or something.
Yeah. Anything else from the? I guess take us back to the start, Brad. You your video went viral, waking up
Or
poor
getting
old
the
Kent
kids out of bed.
in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So that was a good start. Got to the airport, and everyone knows how comfy I am as a traveller. Love my flying, absolutely love it to pieces. So once we got on the plane and sat on the tarmac, and the pilot come over the thing saying, "Oh, our starter engine has failed, and we're going to have to get a jump start off a generator to get this sucker kicked into gear." So all of a sudden, they're literally jump starting this plane on the runway. So that was a good start. But once I got to Auckland,
what you want to hear?
Do you know what we had in our hotel? And I'm not that seasoned. A pillow menu. I could choose.
What do you mean?
Like it had a menu, and you could get whatever pillow whether it's soft or extra long. They could get long ones and that, like in a full menu.
You
and you could just
order. You just ring up reception and say, "Send me
I'll have
a grade 2
1A.
puffy."
Yeah. So a pillow menu. Kids got to witness their first live shoplifting. A rough sleeper come in and just stuffed about 4 bags of Cheetos down the pants and walked straight out the door. Tracy and the kids come back down. He just stood there and stuffed them straight down and walked out. And the lady just said to us, "Did he just steal?" And that was the end of it.
Oh, man.
What other cool things do I see up there? I seen that one store still selling ciggies by the single. Couple of guy in front of me up at the cigarettes. Single cigarettes. He goes, I didn't see how much. I wanted to ask how much they cost actually, but he asked, "Can I get 2 cigarettes?" And the lady behind the counter happily obliged and sold him 2 cigarettes. So FTP there, FTP.
Man. Different world up there, isn't it, Brad?
Oh mate, it is a different world. I loved it though. I do like walking around a busy city and just watching life. It's a cool.
Yeah.
What did Gabe say there? I'm just trying to read Gabe's comment there. What's that one?
Yeah. Wonder why the Rice have a cultural pattern of always relying on one strike player. This is a Kiwi thing seeping into the Wars or a Wars thing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've had more in the past. Do we even have one strike player now? Is it Metcalf and that's it?
Metcalf, is it?
We're decidedly...
And we've been talking about this.
Ad nauseum. I'm sure we'll talk about it in our off-season review. Colin Enright's already asking if it's Boyd at 6, Metcalf at 7 next year. No, I think Chanel has actually been one of our best players, and I think the balance of a Chanel.
Good to see you in here, though, Big Cole. I know old Cole, fellow tradesman down here in Dunedin. Yeah,
nice.
Cole.
I don't hate that combination, but I just think Chanel's proved a pretty good fit for Boyd and Metcalf at times.
I think Metcalf's a 6.
Quite impressed with him.
I think Metcalf's a 6. I don't think he's a 7. He's not a 7. He's great at supplying himself some highlights, but he struggles setting up and running the team a bit.
And he's a great support player. And a great off the cuff
our best one.
Yeah,
but I don't think he needs the number 7 heaped on him as well. I think he'd be a whole lot better roaming.
I think there's been some things I think Metcalf's probably been more valuable in his time this year, but there's some things that Boyd does a lot better. Digging into the line, straight in the attack. Responsible for, kickstarted a couple of tries on the weekend. Nice flat ball for Halasima's second as well.
That was,
because
I haven't seen any of the highlights yet. I went to watch the highlights, and it got as far as that Addo Carr try, And the blood started boiling straight away, and I just put my phone straight down. But I do need to watch that because that looked amazing. But that was 80 meters away from us in the weekend, and it looked slick from there. So I do want to see a replay of that.
No, there's some great moments, and the Kings Container Crew player ratings. I think even from our eye test, watching at the ground, pretty obvious that Adam Pompey was our best of field.
Yeah,
or close to it. He had an absolute blinder.
he's playing good, isn't he?
One of his best games. One of his best games in first grade. Scored the first try. Brilliant try assist for Roger. And then 13 runs for 149 metres. No mistakes, 17 tackles. I thought he was superb. Roger, again, brilliant. 300 metres, 8 tackle breaks. 2 line breaks, a try. Just keeps doing it. Chance over 300 metres, but I still think we're just missing, like he's a non-factor at the other end these days, without a Johnson to combine with. And, when you see what Tane can do down that end, it's, I get the yardage thing and all that, but, are we really overall better off?
There was one play in that.
Honestly, don't know that we are.
Must have been the first half where we were challenging, getting into their 20, and he went to do a kick, and it's probably the first time I've ever seen him to do a chip through the line, and it was the biggest dud, awkward, unnatural looking kick from a player I've ever seen. He's great and he does all the simple things, but I'd rather less. Yeah, I don't know. You can see why Canberra sort of were keen to look for a different option. They themselves loved them, and it almost hurt Canberra just as much as it would us dropping them the grades like they did. They didn't like having to do that, but they needed to for the team, and I think that might be where we're starting to get close to with Chance.
Or, looking at him as a centre, because I think he does a good job there and can do a lot better than what we saw in those few weeks.
Yeah,
where he can still
Berry was good in the weekend.
Ball carrier. Yeah, he had another solid game. So and after a good comeback a week earlier, Dallin was actually pretty good. Sort of those mistakes and defensive issues have dried up, although he probably could have come up with a tackle on Adokar there.
Those kamikaze runs are way more violent at the game as well, aren't they? Why doesn't he try and run at a shoulder or someone? He runs front on, chest to chest. Just try and hit a shoulder or a weak shoulder or something. Please, Dal. But bounces back up.
Fisher Harris, 23 runs for 195 metres. He obviously dug in, 27 tackles. Another mistake. He's had a few of those lately, but the big fella went all right, I thought. Standout wise, probably not too many more. Probably only one real major disappointment. I would say that was Wade Egan, 0 runs. Shocking. It was Jack Williams that scored that try. Just
odd knock on from dummy half.
And then it was an HIA that he went off for.
Yeah, he must have. We weren't really privy to all that. We sort of got shown a replay, but no, it wasn't really explained to us. So I guess people is there anyone in the chat? Is anyone watching this Poxy show?
Yeah, can someone? We've got a producer there. Man, there's a lot of comments. I'm really falling behind.
It's that cloudy head of you. You're all stuffed up.
Ricky is pointing out that he was the leading Dally M number 7.
Yeah.
Well, he got some very cheap Dally M points there. I mean, it was almost like Nico Hines material where the Warriors win, so he gets 6. But point taken, he was very good. I just think he's far from the complete 7 in a team that needs one. Sebastian says Metcalf will quit if he doesn't get 7. Well, I guess there's other clubs that might pick him up. Stephen Peake says Tua Picky would be a great 6. I've always thought so too, but he hasn't really gotten the
Metcalf 7 Tua Picky. It's not that I don't like Metcalf as a player. I just think he'd have a whole lot more freedom to play as good as he is. Put someone there organising it so he can blast it. He just looked a little confused on attack sometimes early doors. Like all of his daily endpoints pretty much come from solo efforts, as opposed to apart from he did get the drop goals and that. No, Yeah, we are probably
A
being
couple of
tough on
clutch
him, but
moments, but he just doesn't do the things that make him good aren't the things that you just expect a good 7 to do for you week to week.
yeah, I think we
McGrath
need
says
him.
we
A
need
great
Metcalf
7 around him.
to play a full season next year. Well, yeah, that's another one. You can't rely on him to play a full season, which he's just shown it for several straight years that he's a bit injury prone. There's a genuine concern. It's not slagging him off. He's just had a very serious leg injury each year for 4 years. And he said that Sebastian notes that Pompey never gets injured either. Yeah, he is a bit of an Iron Man.
Yeah.
Pompey. So it's a good.
Did he play every game last year? I think he did, didn't he?
Not sure. I think he might have fallen out a couple of times. He played every year in 2023.
Is that? I thought there was one recently. Yeah, Pompey has been great this year. He's been great.
Yeah. No, I've enjoyed his work actually.
Yeah.
What else we got here, Brad? I might chuck a few stats before we go to Teamless Tuesday. I'll also try.
About the Warriors game.
Yeah. This is all on
okay.
TAB
I thought you might do about concrete slump tests or something. But nah, righto. Sweet. We'll do the Warriors.
That's our off-season chat. So the Warriors have now been involved in 11 games decided by a converted try or less this year, winning 8 and losing 3, despite that loss by 4 points on the weekend. So an 8-3 record that's outstanding. Obviously crucial to us making the finals. Last year, we had 11 games decided by 6 points or less, only won 3 and drew 1. So it's kind of the difference. That's where we missed the finals by 5 points. That's where it comes. What the difference is.
There's 2 seasons struggling to score points, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. You want to we haven't really put too many teams to the sword, so
because isn't it average only like 22 a game or something like that? Which is
we're right down. We'll see if
I think I was
decent defensively, but
we are great defensively. I think this off season we are desperate. And I don't want to keep buying. Yeah, I will talk about some transfer stuff later.
Yeah.
Geez, that's what was it, 11 game?
So, but I'll just quickly. Ricky's still jumping on the Luke Metcalf bandwagon. Only had a handful of games at 7 in the NRL. Well, yeah, no shit. He was 26 when he got his first one. Like, this is my sort of point. Manufacturing him into a number 7 because he wants to be one. Doesn't mean
he is 26. Yeah.
He's going to be 27 when the season starts. I mean, it's a case of how long do you persevere with someone that's getting injured all the time, and
we don't
like
think he's a bad player.
Again, not at all. Just pinning your future on a guy that might only have a couple of good years left if he stays fit. Yeah. Anyway, this weekend, Brad, we can still get back in the top 4. And on the face of it, the draw actually is pretty handy to us. Manly are all but out of contention, and we play them this weekend, although Daly Chervin's last game at Brookvale. But yeah, very winnable game. They'll put us in the frame, put us back in the top 4 on the live ladder. And Brisbane play Melbourne, absolute bogey material there. Cronulla play third place Canterbury, but those 2 teams are locked into their spots, so we're expecting mass restings, which obviously handed the favoritism to the Sharks and the Broncos. So, yeah, feel a little hard done by there, I guess, by the rugby league gods, but that's probably the way it's going to go. We'll see what Teamless Tuesday delivers up in a couple of minutes' time.
I just had a thought. Wouldn't it be funny if Webby realised that was going to happen and had a mass resting in our team as well, just through this game against Man? Rested 16. All of a sudden, we got New South Wales Cup Player of the Year, Kalani going captain in it. Toby Crosby playing front row with Tom Arley. Wouldn't that just put a bit of fresh injection into the fucking weekend all of a sudden?
Well, maybe it's actually not beyond the realms of possibility if he's thinking that's what's going to happen, because some of those boys probably could use a week off.
Yeah, I bet you'd
I hadn't
love
even
to
thought
read
of that.
young boys,
We
Dimitri.
can't finish lower than 6.
No,
It's probably much of a muchness, finish fifth or sixth if one of the others was to trip up. So yeah, well, we'll see what happens in a minute's time, Brad. I like the way you
sweet.
think.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's why we're mates.
Yeah. Brad, Shannon, before we go to Teamless Tuesday, Shannon Griffiths, g'day, mate. Did you bungee jump off the Sky Tower, Brad? Well, you did go up. You weren't even. You had a tough time up there, Brad.
That's another story in itself, and it's something I've never experienced. But yeah, happily, family shot up to the Sky Tower, getting in there, lift arrived at the top floor, doors open, my legs instantly just turned to jelly. I didn't know what was happening to me. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I just sort of clung to the inner wall as I just navigated around in circles. I couldn't sit still. So yeah, that was out of it. And as I was there really battling to deal with the situation, me and the family are off to Japan. Any listeners in Japan, help me out. We're heading over that way March time. But she showed me the tower that we're booked in to go over there, and it's nearly over 2 times the height of the one that I battled with. So I'm really not looking forward to that.
Need some prescription Valium for that expedition.
I'm going to be hooked up from flight to I won't be straight till I get home. The amount of drugs I need to get through over there, I reckon. But anyway,
he's is it Simon Bucknell? He's jumped in.
There he is. How you getting on, fella?
G'day, mate.
Cheers for dropping in, bro.
You'll have to scroll back to the first. Yeah, we have to scroll back to the first 5 minutes, Si, for your live shout out. Teamless Tuesdays here, Brad. So let's.
Yeah, sweet. Dive into it. That's what we're here for.
Eh?
Sorry, Si. We'll catch up later, bro.
Here we go. What have we got? From 1 to 17, Chance Nickel-Klostad at fullback. The wingers Dallin and Roger, Adam, Pompey and Rockaberry in the centres, Chanel and Tanner Boyd in the halves, James Fisher-Harris, Tanner Stow-Smith named to start in the front row. He's been a late promotion to the starting team last 2 weeks. Sam Healy coming in for Wade Egan, Kurt Capewell, Marata Nukore in the second row, Aaron Clark at lock, an interchange of Tamade Martin, Eddie Adamir Taiva, Dimitri Vaimonga, and Lika Halasima. So, yeah, just the one change. Healy straight in for Egan. So, no mass restings, reserves, or 18th man, Tane Topiki. There's your man, Kalani going. Nice little shout out there, Brad. New South Wales Cup, not just our team's New South Wales Cup Player of the Year, the competition's Player of the Year. So,
knock on effect.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
New South Wales Cup.
Yeah. Bunty, Ed Cossey, the departing Ed Cossey, getting a reserve spot. Luke Hanson. Don't know if we'll see any of those boys get rested. I guess, maybe Webby's just keeping the hopes alive for top 4. I did make a mistake there. Broncos and Storm is Thursday night, so we'll know if the Broncos are ahead of us or uncatchable, I guess, due to our dismal for and against. But yeah, well, I can't wait to see these other teams, Brad. So before we come back to this game against Manly, I'm just going to scroll up and look at the Storms and the Bulldogs team list.
Yeah. So what's the deal? Are they throwing it?
Oh, it's not a foregone conclusion. Oh, Bellyache.
Jerome Hughes back.
Look
Good
at
on you,
that.
Craig.
So, well, so we've got Ali Katoa, Jack Howarth, Jerome Hughes, Josh King, Nick Meaney, Tui Kamakamitha, and Xavier Coates all returning.
Oh, sweet. So he's almost done the opposite.
Yeah, Sean Bloor and Stefano Tokamano are both out. I'm not sure if they're just rested or injured. Says they're both rested, but geez, that's all of a sudden very winnable.
We're
for
back
the Storm.
in contention for top 4.
Look out!
Right, where's Canterbury? Show us Canterbury then. Saturday night, Sharks, aren't they? We play 8 o'clock, 4 Pines Bulldogs. Friday night.
Come on, Serraldo, don't be a bullbag.
Come on, Cam. Come on, Cam.
What have we got? Oh, he's named his full strength team as well.
Yes, boy, we're a hope. We are a hope.
Beauty. Top 4 back on. They've got Viliami Kikau, back in, which is a big one. Jacob Carraz, he's injured with he's a sore ankle, but Nari Tuala coming in. That looks about as strong as they can name. All the big guns in there. Kind of Tracy, Crichton, Burton, Galvin.
So the Warriors
Yes.
weekend starts at 9:50 Thursday night.
It does.
That's
yeah.
the first
You've
game
got-
we're watching this weekend. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, top four's very much back in the mix now. I think the Storm have won something ridiculous, like 16 regular season games on the trot against them.
It was good to see going into a big game on Thursday night like this that Reece Walsh sort of just kept the lid on it for a few days before the weekend. See him drinking out of a toilet bowl?
Yeah.
What's he up to?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was a new build and he was doing trying to be a bit of a online comedian, but didn't really land, did
weird.
it?
Oh wow, that's good. Go back to Manly. I was looking at the Manly forward pack, Will. Oh, sorry. Did you have a thought then?
Yeah. No. Where we go?
This is a shithouse forward pack. Look at the state of that. You got Matt Lodge starting, and is that Takiaho starting at other prop? No Toff Sipley, am I right? Toff's. Oh no, he's coming in at 17.
Was he? Did he get? I thought he might have been actually challenging. This will say. I don't know. I thought he was challenging a grading on something. And Jazz Tavanga at lock. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge of former Warriors, that pack as well. Lodge, controversial ex-Warrior. Taukeiaho, the 2013 one-gamer. And Warriors club legend Jazz Tavanga at lock. You might as well run through the Manly team, Brad. Tom Trebojevic at fullback. He scored 11 tries in 11 career games against the Warriors. Jason Saab has 10 in 6 games. 2 hat-tricks against us. Clayton Falalo, so that's a big out for them. Tolu Kola, who's scored a truckload of tries, outstanding player. He's a big loss. Tommy Talau, the other centre, so Ruben Garrett still out. Lehigh Hopewadi, danger man on the other wing. Luke Brooks and perennial Warriors. What did you call Boogeyman? Daly Cherry Evans, his last home game at Brookvale Oval. Probably his last game for Manly, unless there's some mathematical miracle that they beat us by 50 and the Roosters get flogged by the Rabbits and they end up in 8th. That pack: Lodge, Jack Simpkin, Taukeiaho, Corey Waddell, Ben Trebojevic, Jazz Tavanga. Not much to get too worried about there. I'm sure Jazz will love finally coming up against the boys. Or he did. Did he play in that Mount Smart game in round 2?
Yeah, he did. He had a bludger of a night, actually.
He's been baiting everyone, doing the Viking clap. He was giving it to another team.
Such a pain in the ass.
Well. The Dolphins team. So he'll be preoccupied with that, no doubt. Interchange of Joey Walsh, Caleb Navale, Ethan Bullymore, who's a bit of a fan of Bullymore, and
same.
Your man. So I mean, who knows what to expect from this one? We've won only one of our last 4 at Brookvale, I think. Only won there once since 2009.
Jesus. 2009?
Yeah.
It's
played
a long
hell
time
of a
ago,
lot
man.
there. Yeah. But I just like our chances, especially if the Broncos get beaten by the Storm. Warriors are all up. You can jump top 4 on that live ladder. Things get exciting.
I'm comfortable in the fact. I like the fact that even though if we miss out on top 4, I like the fact we get a home final. So it's not win-win, but a loss isn't the worst thing. Like I think at the moment I don't mind a first round home semi for the Warriors to try and get a little bit of momentum into the finals. 2 games away in Australia.
I'd like a win. I'd like a win.
Yeah, I would
and,
too.
And even if that resulted in us finishing 5th or 6th, a win over Manly away would be a great way to head into the finals. If we were to finish top 4, we'd be playing the Raiders away, and then we would have a home. If we lost that, we'd have a home semi-final, same as 2023. So
I
we
just think
we
we'd
get
be
a
pretty puffed by
we
then,
get a
wouldn't
home
we?
game. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
you do
But
get a
we get a
home
home
game.
game either way. So yeah.
I think either way, it's not too bad. Like, surely we can't lose to Canberra 3 times in a calendar year. Like, come on. That if we end up getting through, surely I like our odds of actually beating them in Canberra. But yeah, I at the same time I rate our odds of beating anyone else around or below us in a home semi in Auckland. Yeah, I think
It's been a tough, it hasn't exactly been an easy year for the Panthers. It's
no.
and
And they're
they're
still only
becoming over as
scraping through.
favourites.
They're close. It's not as if they're starting to blow people off the park. They strung victories together. They were scraping past the Tigers. Yeah. Who have they got? Dragons.
Dragons, and I guess they're, well, I mean, do they want to finish 7th and come to New Zealand, or would they rather get leapfrogged, finish 8th, and play the Sharks or the Broncos, stay in Australia?
Yeah, well, that's a point
like with
too.
the Sharks, I guess.
Who's got the bye? Whose season ended last weekend, or is it top
Cowboys.
18?
Cowboys have got
Cowboys.
the bye. Yeah, we
So
had it
they're
last year
gone.
around 27.
Yeah.
Cowboys have finished. Weird old feeling, isn't it? The last
Yeah.
day bye. If you miss the finals.
Bye.
Yeah.
So you didn't
Good
get
if
picked
you're
up.
playing finals, but
Yeah. Ah, fuck.
Um,
Oh well, it's a big
yeah.
weekend of footy then, isn't it? Because I'm not gonna do much this weekend after being away last week. So there's going to be a lot of footy getting played on the old TV. Oh, a little sneezy there. You got a little
I got a sneeze down, mate. Yeah. I'm not well, mate.
Your eyes are all droopy.
I know. Yeah, I feel like I got hay fever or something. I'm falling apart.
Pink eye. That weekend away, you've come home with pink eye.
Manly, looking at Manly's form line, I mean, they were in all sorts. 4 losses where they scored a grand total of 32 points. Jumped back into the mix when they pumped the Dolphins 58-30. Don't know what's going on with the Dolphins. And then and the Roosters lost to the Eels that same weekend. Stayed mathematically alive with a pretty uninspiring 40-24 win over the Dragons. I kind of think anything like what the Manly have served up for a couple of months shouldn't be good enough to beat the Warriors, but that Daly Cherry Evans has kind of hung over them like a millstone around their neck this year. Cherry Evans leaving the club, it's kind of ruined their season a little bit, but I do think the crowd will be there to pay homage to one of the greatest. I think the team probably lifts. But as you mentioned, that pack is looking a little ragged.
They're haggard as. And I think Cherry's sort of been trying to overplay his hand in his victory lap for Manly this year, and almost it coming as a bit of a negative in his game. He almost needs to shut up and get out of the way. But Tom Trbojevic has been a shadow of himself. He hasn't played any good footy. Like you say, Cole is out. Who are they missing? What's that ginger centre dude? He's not there at the moment. Garrick? Is it Garrick? I'm thinking of the other guy.
You get him mixed up with Brad Parker.
Yeah. I was getting them mixed up. That's exactly. You know me well. You know me well. They're thin throughout the squad, really, aren't they? It's pretty dud team. Brooks, just chuck it in, mate. Get a Thailand apprenticeship or something. Footy's not for you.
Shit. I mean, they've put some points on some pretty ordinary defences the last couple of weeks, but I think our best defensive effort should be able to contain them.
We've got what's the tab saying? They must have some insight into what this game's going to go. Are we going in as favourite on that side of the Tasman? Sure.
No, we're not, but that's probably not surprising over there. $1.52 Manly a favourite, so I would have.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought a tad closer, 5.5 point line. But yeah.
So what does that make us?
Value $2.55.
Jesus, some value in that, isn't there?
Yeah, and if you want to have a dabble at us making the top 4, you might be better. See if you get a better odds on the multi of just picking the 3 results. But $9 we are to make the top 4. So that's essentially a Warriors win, a Storm win, and a Bulldogs win. Don't mind that now after seeing those teams. Get on it.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Those odds aren't going to stick around. Quick.
Wonder if Ted really does need to go on that school camp, or if I might just put that 5. I'll get it back. It's a sure thing. Spending the kids' camp money on betting for the weekend. Get Ford pack fit. Yeah, that's true. That's a good shout too.
Ford will be a big addition. He's been tremendous this year. And he's also mentioned possibly Jake Laban. I don't know that Jake Laban forces anyone out of that 17 right now.
It'll be Eddie if anyone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I think when Ford comes back, Eddie will drop out.
Laban would have to. Laban would be
not
eyeing up Stowers or someone then, wouldn't
it? But I think
Ford would be good. It would take some of the magnification off of James Fisher-Harris. I think everyone stares at his game so hard at the moment because he is the biggest soldier there without Barnett and a pretty thin backup for like propping rotation. So
it's a
the
good
microscope
point.
is on him.
And Tanner, his first 2 games as a starting prop, the onus has really gone on Fisher-Harris, who's had a few mistakes into the bargain too.
I like what Stout Smith's doing. I think it's too early, but I like what he's doing.
Yeah. Dimitri, probably a couple of quieter games from him, less minutes too, maybe just sort of pacing him for this finals run. Same with Halasima. I think we could probably see more minutes from him. I'd love, cut down Marata's minutes.
Yeah.
And bump up Halasima's. We've seen what he can do.
Yeah, I think next season Marata might need to be back up to Halasima as opposed to the other way around. Like, I think.
Or into that middle rotation or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look good in the Catlins Dragons jersey, maybe.
Yeah.
Especially now Salford's gone tits up. No, I'll spend all their money. I gave them too many bludgers. They're in the shit money-wise, so I might start picking on Catlin.
Yeah, fair enough. What else have we got, Brad? There's a little bit of recruitment and retention news. Tom Ale apparently off to the Panthers, and a bit of a noise that we're sniffing around South Sydney's Davey Moale. It's kind of one of those ones that you like, well, if Tom Ale wanted to stay, why not hang on to him?
Why not just keep him instead of
But it's just, I feel sorry for Big Tom. He was one of my favourites, and I really thought he would kick on.
Yeah,
I like Tom as well. Grade this year, 42 games for the Warriors. He's had none this year. He's been a regular 19 games in New South Wales Cup. He played 19 games in that vintage 2023 season, although he's dropped before the finals. But I thought he's maybe a guy that, for whatever reason, slightly hard done by.
I take it as a bit of a feather in the cap, the quality of teams sniffing around our squad now. All of a sudden, it's the Panthers and the Bulldogs trying to, as opposed to the Tigers and the Tigers. We were selling to some pretty low tier teams back in the day, but all of a sudden, some top tier teams are wanting what we've got. So that goes to show we're in good position if we can't afford to keep them because what we've got's better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. But you sort of get nervous. You're like, whoa, after like Katoa starts carving up Papali, grows a third league, get a Parramatta, you're like, well, hang on, what did you see? What we're missing?
Especially Panthers. Quickly sign them up. But Ali, where do you reckon? Where would you like? I've been thinking about the transfers and the likes. Where do you think Bunty deserves? Because it has to be an NRL team. We've talked that he can't go to Super League at the moment with them. Where would you like Bunty? I don't want him to end up at the Tigers or something. Maybe a Dolphins for a Bromwich or something like that would be nice.
Yeah, or maybe like a Cowboys.
Cowboys would be a goodie. Yeah, I'd like.
Yeah, come on, Toddy P, give an old mate a lifeline.
Yeah. I like the idea of for some reason I'm liking him more for the Dolphins. What you suggested, Dolphins. But signed Hayes Mellors, son of Vince. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hazen Mellors.
Yeah. Let's see what he's got going Could be
I'm a little
sort
bit
of
cold on
another.
this one.
Yeah, well, you mentioned. I assumed he was sort of a bit younger. 21, Auckland
He's
born boy, son of a former Warrior, albeit a 7-game Warrior, 2003, 2004. Vince Mellors also played for the Sharks and Roosters briefly, and then went over and finished his career in England. Interestingly, his grandfather, Peter Mellors, is a former Kiwi. So that's kind of cool. Toured Australia with the Kiwis in 1982. And I believe he was
82. That doesn't even sound that
Wellington.
long ago.
Yeah.
His grandfather, 82. Oh, hang on. It's starting to get close, man. That's starting to get real close.
Yeah. Especially the way I saw Teddy swaggering around, mate. He's giving a bit of a lady killer.
He's spraying soon.
But yeah, no, I like that sort of history
Yeah.
side, first father and son combo potentially, and maybe he's got it. He looks like a good finisher. Played 10 games in South Sydney's New South Wales Cup team this year, 8 tries, including 5 in his last 3. But we'll see. We'll probably be keen to have a dabble at Lofi Camperera and see what he can do. You mentioned Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly's been offered to, So I don't know. He's been part of their top 30 squad all season, and he can't get onto the field for a Rabbitohs team that's been more injury ravaged than any other team in the comp. Are we going to continue trying to create the best team, or at least try and sprinkle a bit of genuine talent through? I don't know.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm wrong.
But maybe. Yeah, it could be a case of he only made his New South Wales Cup debut in round 9. So
did he?
Yeah, so maybe it's just a case of, he's just getting towards that sort of stage.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, we've just got so many of these young players, like the Jet Clearys and all these people lingering around below our top team. I wish we had players that were smashing it at top team level. You know what I mean? As opposed to someday they might be the best winger. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting the best winger, to be honest.
Yeah. Surely we've got a lot of cap money to throw around, and all credit to Andrew Webster and the club for and the players for what they're doing with, which on paper doesn't look like a super flash team. Like we're going to finish 6th at worst with 14 wins at worst. That's right up there with the top half dozen seasons we've ever had. But yeah, if you want to take that next step, you need better
We're not the
players.
dire destination anymore.
We're not sort of producing though in the key positions. We've got some brilliant young forwards coming through. But our sort of spine, we've got obviously elite hooker. The rest of the spine, we're sort of mid to lower level, you would say, and not really looking like we've got any guns coming through. So, but yeah.
And the NRL women's of Gail Broughton coming back to the Warriors. Oh, coming to the Warriors anyway. Sorry,
it's exciting. Kiwi rep, Broncos premiership winner, I believe.
Was she a former rugby player as well? Was she in the women's World Cup rugby? Sevens.
Yeah. We called her test debut, Brad, last season in the double header.
We did too. People were asking if we were commentating up there in the weekend, but we quickly had to remind them that we don't do club footy. We only do internationals.
Yeah, just draft us in for the test stuff. That's a great get for a team probably looking for some. Although they've unearthed some good playmakers this year, the Warriors, so I think done really well. I think they're probably just out of finals contention now, but to be that competitive, I think they've exceeded my expectations just without those recognised halves and that sort of thing. Plus Michaela Break going on pregnancy leave.
Her old boy couldn't keep up with her for 6 months. Jesus. She signed a contract to the Warriors, and you can't just sort of keep a lid on it for 6 months. I blame him. But yeah, no, that NRL women's team is going to be pretty sharp couple of seasons, aren't they? It might not.
Yeah.
They'll do better next year
I-
again, but I think they're going to be. The club is in good health, which is cool.
Yeah.
All the
I think
whinging and
they've
moaning
been-
we do, the club is in great health.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was, big ask to come back into the comp, like, probably harder than when we started because all the clubs are starting off from scratch. It was only a pool of talent that 4 teams were drawing from. Suddenly you're coming into a 12-team comp. All our Kiwis are elsewhere. Not bugger all of them actually came back. Certainly the internationals. And I think they've done an excellent job.
They have.
So well done to the NRLW women's team. Yeah, we've finished higher on the table. Well, we are at this stage anyway. Of the Bulldogs, who are the other team to come into the comp. So that's a nice little feather in the cap too.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, nice point. Oh, well, but other than that, we'll probably have to post it. It's getting a bit late in the show, but we might have to see if that New South Wales Cup game's televised. Is that this weekend? They start their semis or next weekend?
The Warriors will be next weekend. The Warriors as runaway minor premiers. They will have the bye this weekend. Wait for the winner of the Dragons and Eels to sort themselves out. And we'll get 2 cracks at New South Wales Cup grand final. Regardless, so yeah, it's a good position to be in. Minor premiers means a lot more, I guess, than in NRL. Week off and 2 guaranteed cracks at a grand final. So yeah, hopefully we see them there. It'd be great to see them win that and then be there on NRL grand final day.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, memories of 2011. That was exciting having our lower grade teams there.
Yeah,
so, yeah. Could even see our first grade team there. Who bloody knows, mate?
Yeah, who knows? Funnier things have happened. But something drastic needs to happen in attack. But we're still in for a sniff, isn't it? We've bludged our way through this season. We've been absolute bludgers most of the season. We've bludged our way into the finals with the squad that we've got. You're looking at them on paper. Jesus, they've done well. They're battlers. Let's see if we can get into the top 4. I might have a look at that little multi now, but I need to go because I'm about to wet my knickers. I need a piss.
Okay, mate. Thanks for coming in, Brad. Fonzie, I think he'll probably be back next week, coming in hot for our finals return. That's pretty exciting. We're playing finals. Don't forget that.
Oh, shit. Finals footy.
Thanks, King's Container Crew, of course, you bloody legends. Frank Podcast, the TAB. Everyone that's chimed in tonight with your comments. Sorry if we didn't get to all of them. But yeah, go and watch this on YouTube, or if you're listening to it later on Spotify. Thanks for tuning in. Our Patreon supporters, of course, and you, Brad.
Do you know what you've forgotten to get? Old Curry. What's old Curry been up to? Brendan Kerr.
Where? Oh, yes. I can't believe it. It was just
we've been talking
about blew it again. This one
the
of
rubbish
our
truck salesman.
Yeah, absolute legend. Saw him at Magic Round. Him and his now fiance, Trish. Loveliest people you'd ever hope to meet. And they're going to tie the knot. So congratulations
team.
Brendan and Trish. Beautiful couple. And we're very happy for them. So they're massive Warriors supporters too. They cover some distance to get to the games, and they're very supportive of what we do too. So congratulations, guys.
Give us a shout if you need some MCs, eh? Only too happy to help, even if we do it remotely.
Yeah, I mean we
put us up on a big screen.
Rugby league, so we're up to the task. Yeah.
No, sweet. Congratulations, guys, and to everyone that tuned in. Cheer the bowl.
Yeah, sweet. Until next time, here's to having, what is it? What's Kramer's line? Here's to feeling good all the time.
Feeling good.
There you go.
The douche.
Smooth. Yeah, that's the sort of smooth operation.
Go have a lozenge, for Christ's sake.
Oh, I'm delirious. All right. Later.
Later, Bob.
This is a Frank Podcast.